Hello friends, and welcome to The Other A Word by Aminah Mosley. I'm Aminah, A-M-I-N-A-H, and I'm excited to come back to you today in the month of November. November is full of so many things for me. And in November, I want to notice things, I want to consider my no-nos, and I want you to do the same. And the first thing I'm going to have a conversation about is the order of events. So my turn will signal me giving you some information, sharing together, us working on something at that point, and then part 3 is your turn. And that is your steps, what you're going to do next. So my turn. So a little bit of excitement for me. Today is Metal Monday, which is why you see me not in scrubs. You actually see me in my marathon t-shirt from 2016. I don't know if you can see that. It's 11/6/2016. And you're gonna hear some clanking sometime from the metals. Marathon Monday is super special for me because 2016 was the year that I was to turn 40. And so I wanted to accomplish, you know, we all have bucket lists. We all have things that we would say, okay, by 40, I want to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so this was one of the things that I wanted to accomplish in my 40th year. Another was the 40th anniversary of the Empire State Run-Up. That actually happened the next year, but again, because I was turning 40 and it was 40th anniversary, it meant a lot to me to actually get into this lottery because it's a very small amount of people in that particular race, if you would. Another victory of mine is the Castle to Chateau Challenge. In 2016, there was an opportunity to have the first Castle to Chateau medal. And what that means is that she ran somewhere in America for the 2016 year, and then in France for the first annual semi. They call it a semi instead of a half marathon. And so these 3 medals on Medal Monday, I would say mean the most to me. If I were to grab 3 medals and I had to give away the rest of them, these would be the ones that I would want to keep. Why am I talking about medals? Why am I talking about Medal Monday? Well, because I want you to remember your successes. Yeah? For me, if I'm having a moment, and that's what I call them, moments. If I'm having a moment where I'm feeling like, sheesh, things aren't working out, I'm setting these goals, I'm looking towards actually accomplishing some very real things, and things haven't quite gotten done the way that I think they should get done, or they just haven't gotten done in general, I remember or I notice what I'm focused on. And when I focus on my successes, things come just a bit more easily to me, and I can calm down and I can focus and I can say, okay, maybe it didn't happen in a week. Maybe it didn't happen in 2 weeks, but guess what? How long did it take you to train for the New York City Marathon? Yeah, it took you the entire year essentially to train for it. And how long did it take you to train for the, for the run-up? And how long did it take you to train even for your first half marathon? My first half marathon was in Disney, the Disney Princess Marathon. So let's go to together. Work with me here. Grab a pen and paper. Yep, now. And I'm going to ask you to write down 3 successes. They could be recent, they could have been a long time ago, and it could be something that relates to you, something that relates to your loved one, or something that relates to both of you. For example, you may write down, I successfully taught my loved one how to potty train. Huge, gigantic, right? I was able to successfully negotiate a raise at work. I was able to throw a dinner party for 10 people. Whatever the successes are, that's what I want you to actually write down. So I'll give you a minute and I'll keep talking because I want you to continue to brainstorm. Here's the truth. Whatever you focus on gets bigger. Whatever you focus on expands, no matter what it is. So if you're focusing on, it's not happening, I'm frustrated, whatever you're focusing on is going to get more and more gigantic. So I encourage you to focus on your previous successes so that what you're thinking is success, not failure. Does that make sense? In the comments, scroll all the way down and write 2 successes that you've had that you're very proud of. I want to congratulate you on those successes and remind you that you're successful in many things every day. Sometimes getting out of bed is a success. Sometimes getting your loved one dressed and out the house is a success. Sometimes preparing breakfast and making sure everybody eats is a success. And it can be that small. And I only say small in air quotes because that might be huge for you that day. Every single day is different. So I want to make sure that you know that you've got this. You've got this. It is so challenging at times to consider yourself successful. And you are. You are every day. I happen to keep things around me that remind me of my past successes. Are these my only successes? Absolutely not. Are these some go-tos that for me were particularly challenging to actually execute because of the time, the consistency? Yes. So, your turn. All the way your turn. What's something that you have that might be a trophy, if you would, that reminds you of 2 successes? I don't know what that might be. If you have a medal, then I would say use a medal. If you don't have something that's a trophy to your success, right? You can write it down. You can write on a piece of paper, amazing dinner party. And keep that on your refrigerator as your reminder. You can keep a picture up of something that made you really, really smile. I have a picture, for example, of my sister and I right at the finish line for the marathon, right after the finish line, if you would. I have a picture of myself and my coach. My coach put the medal around my neck. So I have a picture, I even have video of that. And that's something that, again, reminds me of the successes. And it also reminds me that my tribe and my support was around me in that time frame. So really, really dig into it and take it on. You are successful. Miracles happen every day. These were miracles for me. You may consider them small. You may consider them medium. You may consider them big. For me, they were miracles. And they happened. And they reminded me of my power and of my ability to achieve. So remember your successes. Notice what you're focusing on this week. Okay, friends, what are you focusing on? Put it in the comments. What are you focusing on? Let me know. I'm excited that you're here. I want to hear back from you guys. What kind of content would you like? I have some great things in store for November. For example, I'm going to be posting about celebrating yourself and who your supports are and things of that nature. We're also going to be talking about boundaries. So like no November. And so there's some great content coming up for you. In the comments, I'd like to know specifically what you'd like to see, what you have questions about, what you may be having a challenge with, or even some of your successes. Miracles are happening, friends. I'm so excited that you're here and that you're back. If this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe with notifications, and post a comment. Share with 3 friends tonight. You're amazing. I adore and appreciate your presence. Thank you for your time and your talents. Miracles are happening. Expect them every day. Notice what you're focusing on. Focus on your successes. Bye for now, friends.